got a sing-along for you.
Ladies, I'll push that up a little higher.
Okay.
Good evening.
Hello.
You don't have to be that close.
We come to you, just moved to Beacon a couple of years ago, formally met and got married and lived in Gloucester, Massachusetts, and we do a lot of songs of the sea. And this one is going to have a sing-along if anyone feels so inclined. I thought it was
It is, yes. While my hands are steady, while my eyes are good, I'll carve the music of the wind into the wood.
Feel free to join in on that. Repeat it many times.
I have done my share of carving figureheads of quaint design for the olives and the ruddocks and the famous blackball line. Brigantines and barks and clippers, brigs and schooners alike and tall. But the bounding Marco Polo was the flower of them all. While my hands are steady, while my eyes are good, I'll carve the music of the wind into the wood. I can see that white-winged clipper reeling under scudding clouds, tramping down a hazy skyline with a norther in her shrouds. I can feel her lines of beauty, see her flecked with fume and brine as she drives her scuppers under, and that figurehead is mine. While my hands are steady, while my eyes are good, I will carve the music of the wind into the wood. 'Twas a seasoned pine, I made it, clear from outer bark to core, from the finest piece of timber, from the mast pond on straight shore. Every bite of axe or chisel, every ringing mallet welt, brought from out that block of timber all the feeling that I felt. While my hands are steady, while my eyes are good, I will carve the music of the wind into the wood. I had read of Marco Polo till his daring deeds were mine, and I say them all a-glowing in that balsam-scented pine. Saw his eyes alight with purpose, facing every fragrant breeze. Saw him lilting free and careless over all the seven seas. While my hands are steady, while my eyes are good, I will carve the music of the wind into the wood. That was how I did my carving, beat of heart and stroke of hand, putting into life and action all the feelings that I planned. Flowing robes and wind-tossed dresses, forms of beauty, strength, design, I saw them all and tried to carve them in that figurehead of mine. While my hands are steady, while my eyes are good, I will carve the music of the wind into the wood. And when my hands are feeble and my outward eyes grow dim, I shall see again those clippers reeling o'er the ocean's brim. Great white fleet of ocean rovers, wind above and surf beneath, and the Marco Polo leading with my carving in her teeth. while my hands are steady, while my eyes are good, I will carve the music of the wind into the wood. While my hands are steady, while my eyes are good, I will carve the music of the wind into the wood. Thank you. That was actually a poem written back in 1860 by a minister up in Fredericton, New Brunswick, about the schooner Marco Polo, the clipper ship Marco Polo. When it was launched, it skidded off the ways, crossed the marsh, landed in the riverbank, where it was stuck for 2 weeks, and they thought it was ruined. Well, it was ruined. It set a world record for crossing the Atlantic. And then the Black Ball Line in Britain brought it, and it sailed to Australia. And also set a record for sailing from Sydney to London in under 6 months. Amazing.
That's called the Old Figurehead Carver.
So my wife Janet, my beautiful accompaniment, and I met 13 years ago in Gloucester. She is of Scottish descent, and so we sing this song to honor her heritage.
And it's about yows, which are ewes. It's about someone who's minding cows. It's got a few Scottish dialect words in it. It's the typical humble man who works for the family, is in love with his boss's daughter. So you'll pick up everything despite the dialect.
How blithe was I each morn to see my lass come o'er the hill. She skipped the barn and ran to me. I met her with goodwill. Oh, the broom, the bonny, bonny broom, the broom of the Cowden Knows. Fain would I be in my own country, heard in her faders yowls. We neither heard yow nor lamb, while the flock near us lay. She gathered in the sheep at night, and cheered me all the day. Oh, the broom, the bonny, bonny broom, the broom of the Cowden Knows. Fain would I be in my own country, heard in her father's yowls. Afraid what I was bound to be, gone way o'er hill and moor, because I love the fairest lass that ever yet was born. Oh, the broom, the bonny, bonny broom, the broom of a Cowden Knows. Fain would I be in my own country, heard in her father's yowls. Oh, the broom, the bonny, bonny broom, broom of the Cowden Knows. Fain would I be in my own country, heard in her father's yowls. Adieu,
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 you
sweet
Cowden
Cowden
Knows,
Knows,
adieu. Farewell, little hill and moor.
We already said farewell to the hill and moor, and that could become a lifetime theme, but it shouldn't be in this verse.
Adieu,
Adieu, sweet Cowden Knows, adieu.
farewell, a hill and moor, because I love the fairest lass that ever yet was born. Oh, the broom,
The bonny, bonny broom, the broom of the cotton nose. Fain would I be in my ain country, herding her feathers goes. Oh, the broom of the cotton nose. Fain would I be in my ain country, herding their feathers goes. Oh, the broom, the bonny, bonny broom.
Hey, now we're going to do one I actually know, which will
That was
make
one
it
of our classics from 13 years ago, and you know you do have to revisit them from time to time.
from
But
time to time.
Those of you who were really paying attention probably noticed that I said yows were ewes and that the person was watching cows. Well, obviously I mixed up a couple of different species of farm animals there. Because the area is called the Cowdenals.
Yes.
That's a region in Scotland.
And the ewes are female sheep, and
Yeah.
the yows were the female sheep. Sheep herding is huge in England, Ireland, and Scotland, and also in Australia.
Yeah, and New Zealand.
And New Zealand. But I took Janet, just before we moved to New York City 4 years ago, took her to Ireland to meet my mother's side of the family, and we had a great time, and we had to wait in traffic for the sheep to cross the street, as it was, or the lane, because it was kind of a rural area
Yeah,
compared
they
to...
have the right of way, don't they?
Yes, they do.
What are we going to do now?
Dublin in the rare old times. Raised on songs and stories, heroes of renown, the passing tales and glories that once was Dublin town. The hallowed halls and houses, the haunting children's rhymes. Remember Dublin City in the rare old time. Ring a rosy, as the light declines. I remember Dublin City in the rare old time. Oh, my name it is Sean Dempsey, as Dublin as can be. Born hard and late in Pimlico, in a house that ceased to be. By trade I was a cooper, lost out to redundancy. Like my house that fell to progress, my trade's a memory. Ring a rosy, as the light declines. I remember Dublin City in the rare old times. And I courted Peggy Dinan, as Dublin as can be, a rogue and a child of Mary from the rebel liberties. I lost her to a student chap with hair as black as coal. When he took her off to Birmingham, she took away my soul. Ring a rosy, as the light declines. I remember Dublin City in the rare old times. Oh, the years have made me bitter theatre. The gargle dims my brain, for Dublin keep on changing, and nothing stays the same. The pillar and the Met are gone, the Royal long since pulled down, as the grey and yielding concrete makes the city of my town. Ring a rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin City in the rare old times. So farewell, sweet Anna Liffey, I can no longer stay and watch the new glass cages that spring up on Longwood Quay. My mind's still full of memories, too old to hear new chimes. I'm a part of what was Dublin in the rare old time. Ring a rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin City in the rare old times. Ring a rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin City in the rare old times. Whoa, thank you.
The
Thank you very much. Good
Dorymates.
to be back.
Woo!
And thanks
So
especially
it looks
to those
like
who
I
sang
got a
along.
lot of people on the list still. So next up I have